tonight we have two, I call them the dynamic duo. So we have two speakers that are going to teach us all some things about social media. Our first speaker is Janik. Oh, okay. Our first speaker is Urvi, okay? She is going to talk to us about basically how to make some money on Facebook, huh? How to use those ads to increase your flow. So I'm going to have her come up.
Thank you, thank you. So I'm actually going to talk about how can you utilize Facebook to market your business on the organic side, so the non-paid side. And my husband will actually share with you some amazing advertising strategies because I call him my Facebook ad ninja. Anything that relates to Facebook advertising, he's your guy. So can I just make like a small request? So those of you that are here for the training, if you wouldn't mind like filling in these seats. So if you have questions and stuff, I want to make this a little bit more casual, make sure your questions get answered. And trust me, I don't bite. You can ask my husband for confirmation on that. But just real quick to kind of get an understanding of, how many of you are business owners currently that utilize your Facebook to market your business? So mostly everyone? Okay. And you guys are utilizing a Facebook business page, correct? Or your personal profile? Feel free to shoot out some answers. Personal profile. Okay. Do you guys also have a business page on Facebook? It's still getting put together. Okay. So the strategies that we're going to talk about today are going to be what you can do on, make sure you don't fall, on how you can utilize a Facebook business page to actually bring in new business, new leads, and actually generate some sales. Because, at the end of the day, we all need to increase our profit margins and our, revenue that we're bringing into the business. So before I kind of throw out some strategies for you guys, I wanted to kind of get an idea of, what kind of questions do you have right now? So we can actually kind of get some of the questions out of the way before I give you guys some strategies of how to really boost up your Facebook marketing. So do you guys have any questions? I know we talked about a few questions you guys had earlier. You guys have any questions so far, like anything that comes to mind? Yeah. Okay. Sure. And we actually had shared a little bit about this. So the question is it good to, when you post on your business page, then to go ahead and share that post on your personal page as well? So what I recommend is if you're going to do that, you want to ensure that your personal profile is actually filled with people who are going to be interested in your business. If your personal profile is mainly just your friends and family members and they're not necessarily folks that are going to make a buying decision, then it really doesn't benefit you to share that post onto your personal profile because you're not going to really get any interaction. And Facebook is going to feel that when you're sharing this, you're actually sharing it to people that do not care to see the information. So I wouldn't do the sharing if your personal profile is just strictly, close family, friends. But if it's something that's more open, then I say test it. Definitely try it out. Utilize a few posts and see how the interaction is. If you are seeing that people are engaging with the post, then continue to do that. But if you don't see that, then stop doing that going forward. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of jump in. Feel free if you guys have questions, just kind of shoot them out to me. And, as I said, this is more of a casual talk, so don't feel that you have to wait until the end to ask any questions. So one thing that Facebook made a really big change about a year and a half ago now was that they've really drastically reduced the amount of people that are going to see what you post on your Facebook page if you are not paying for it. So if you're not boosting it or if you're not running advertising for it, If you don't have engagement happening, so people are not commenting, liking, sharing your post, they're only going to share what you post to about 3% of your likes, your total likes. So if you have 100 likes, 3 people are going to see that post. So that doesn't really help you if you're trying to market your business if out of 100, only 3 people actually see the material that you're putting out there. And, there's a lot of talk about, Facebook has become now a pay-to-play. Like, in order to really get any traction happening, you have to pay, you have to run ads. And that's not completely true. You definitely do want to focus on utilizing a good ad strategy to get some traction, to get new leads. But at the same time, you also need to be doing the organic side. You want to be posting content that is going to be relevant to your fans, your likes. And if you're not posting what they would like to see, then even if you did run advertisement, they're not going to comment, like, share, so they're not going to engage with that material. So it doesn't help if you're not posting what they're going to like. Now, one thing that we have found that's really worked well for our clients is to really understand who your target market is. What are their pains, their challenges? What kind of solutions are they looking for? What kind of interests do they have? Are they interested in learning about, different dance techniques? Or are they fans of a certain motivational speaker? And if you find that that's the case, then you want to share content from those individuals. Like, I'll give you an example. For our business page, what we had found is the people that have liked our page, another page that they had liked was Abraham Lincoln. Now, I had never shared a motivational quote, an inspiring quote from Abraham Lincoln before on my page. We did a lot of the business, a lot of the business inspirational folks. And I thought, well, I've never shared one. Let me try sharing something from Abraham Lincoln. So I went and I found a really good quote. I ended up creating that quote as an image. One thing you'll want to keep in mind when you have an image or a video, that actually does get shared more, it does get engaged with more versus just posting basic text. So if you're sharing quotes, I definitely recommend you creating them as images, and I'll share with you a resource here in a minute as well. But what we started to do is we started to share quotes from Abraham Lincoln. And these were not, posts that we were paying for, but because it was something that our audience, our likes, had an interest in, they were seeing this information, they were engaging with it, liking it, they were even sharing some of the quotes that we had posted with their network. So that actually helped to increase our reach without having to pay for that content being posted on there. So, so just a quick resource you'll want to write down to create images is one tool that you can utilize. It's called PicMonkey, P-I-C, and then monkey.com. And they have some basic templates that you can just overlay the text on. Another good tool is called Canva, C-A-N-V-A, canva.com. So those are 2 resources you'll definitely want to keep, in your resource directory for sure. Excuse me one second. No. Okay. So you may be thinking, how am I going to figure out, what likes, what interests do my likes have? People that have already come and they've liked my page. So there's actually some searches that you can do on Facebook to figure this out. So if you go to Facebook and you go into their toolbar, their search toolbar, what you want to then type, and you'll want to make sure you write this down, is pages liked by people who like, and then put in your page name. So pages liked by people who like, and then your page name in the search bar on Facebook. And it's right on the top. And when you do that, Facebook will then bring you results of what are other pages, the people who have liked your page, what are other pages they've gone and liked. So this is gold mine, this information. You definitely want to analyze this information so you can see what other pages your folks are interested in. And the cool thing is, so this is a little ninja trick. So if you're just getting started with your Facebook page, or if there's a competitor who has a pretty large following that you would like to pull some of that following from, or just to even gather this information so you have an understanding of what your target market likes, is you can do the same search, so pages liked by people who like, and then put in that competitors or that other influential page, put in their name. And it will then share the results, because this is all open information on Facebook. Facebook business pages are public information. So that's a pretty, do you guys see, that's pretty powerful to be able to go and, if you're in a similar business and you know that the business down the street, they may have been in business longer, or maybe they had more marketing money initially when they got started and they've captured a decent market share, you could go do the search with their page name, and you can actually see what are all the likes. Then what you can do is you can go to those pages and you can actually interact on those pages as your page. So when you go, Facebook gives you an option to actually utilize Facebook as your page versus your personal profile, and you can go and interact on the different Facebook pages. So when you interact on these Facebook pages, if you're liking it, if you're commenting on these other pages' post, it all shows up as your business page name versus your personal name. So you're getting more traction for your page out in the Facebook space and getting more awareness out there. So you guys see how powerful that can be? So any questions so far? Yeah? Great question. Okay. So the one thing that I always share on social media is when you're on social media, any one of the networks, not just Facebook, but any single one of them, Twitter, Instagram, all of them, you want to focus on building the relationships. So you build the relationship with them on social, and then you bring them back to your hub. So when you bring them back to your hub, that could be your blog, your website, a free event that you're having, a webinar, a one-on-one coffee meeting. That's where you actually make the sale. You don't make the sale on the social. The social is all focusing on building the relationship and actually gathering the lead. You want to focus on gathering leads. But when you then bring them back to your hub, you build that know, like, and trust factor, and then you then make them the offer. And that's where you can quantify the sales from that. Mm-hmm. I'll give you a perfect example. So this is something, we do this day in, day out for our clients and for our business as well. So one thing that we do is we do webinars. We do free webinars. So we market our free webinars on the different social media channels, and then we then drive folks to sign up for the webinar, and we do webinars on all different topics. They come to a free webinar. It's usually 60 to 90 minutes, anywhere from that time frame. 80% of that webinar is focused on giving them educational information, training them, actual steps, training that they can go and implement with. But then we make them an irresistible offer at the end, where if they want to further their training to get even more advanced in the concept we're talking about, then we have an online training program that we then make an offer to. So that's something that we do. We have a client who she has a meal planning service. She has a meal planning service, and so what she does is she will share helpful, quick recipes on her Facebook page, and then we run Facebook ads to take folks back to her website where they can learn a little bit more about her meal planning service, and then they can go ahead and sign up for the service. So that both. So folks that have liked the page itself, and then we also have ads that we run, and Jenica will talk more about this as well, where we know who the target market is, we know who that actual demographic is, and so we run targeted campaigns to that individual. So for, let's say, 35 to 55 women, 2 kids, is working and has a home that's worth 250 and more, 250,000 and more would be a target market for her. So we can run those specific ads to those folks right within Facebook. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. So what I want to share with you is what we call, it's our 4C process. And we do this for ourselves as well as each of our clients when we're on the different social media platforms. So if you kind of just want to, in your notes, like draw a T, I guess. So in the first, the top left quadrant, you're going to want to put the word connect. And this is, we call this our 4C process of being on social. And so first is connecting. So you want to create the different profiles and you want to start connecting with your target market. So here you can utilize, existing relationships that you have, existing lists, let them know. You've created your Facebook business page, come, and join the business page. I'm going to be sharing helpful tips, information, about what we do, and, come and join us. So they can come and join you there. Then once you connect with them, you want to start contributing to them. So this is where you're sharing that helpful information. So in the top right-hand corner, you want to put in the word contribute. And, we share anywhere from motivational quotes to articles of interest based on what we found when we did the different searches. We also look at what are other areas of interest that they have based on what the client already knows about the demographic. And we like to share information that is in the different modalities. So we don't just share images or we don't just share videos, we do a mix. We do videos, images, links to different articles, blog posts, helpful information, as well as just basic text updates. How's it going in business, essentially. And then you'll want to go to the bottom left-hand quadrant, and that's going to be converse. So this is where you want to start talking to them. Start asking them questions. When they're commenting, comment back with them, do the replies. Facebook has actually made it a lot easier now to actually connect with your target market to, talk to them, to do the replies. And then the last step, so the bottom right-hand quadrant, is going to be convert. So the convert is where you bring them back to your website, your blog, an event that you may be hosting, a live one-on-one meeting. So basically where you're capturing their information outside of the network, so outside of Facebook. Because the one thing that you don't want to do is spend a lot of time marketing on Facebook and really building a large traction on Facebook, but then, you haven't captured that information. If you don't capture that into your own database, and let's say tomorrow Facebook, they decide you did something wrong, and they're not even going to tell you that you did something wrong, and they decide to shut down your page. So if they shut down your page, all of that time that you've invested in getting that market there and engaging with them is gone. And that's actually happened to someone who they had a page for realtors, and they called it Social Realtor. Well, the word realtor is actually trademarked by the National Association of Realtors, by NAR. And when they found, and he had built a community of like 45,000 likes on his Facebook page. So this guy had done quite a bit of work. And it was a helpful community. He wasn't like selling to them. It was just a place where real estate agents could come and they could talk to one another, share strategies on how to really be successful in their business. They even talked about any issues that they had. So all things related to their business. It was like a community page to go and talk about it. Well, NAR complained to Facebook and said, this is a trademark name. You need to, take it down. And so Facebook had just shut the guy's page down. And he didn't get it back. It was gone. So all that time that he had invested. So that's why I always say, all of these, social media sites, they're all free to build your business on. You can build your profile, You can do the work, but you want to focus on bringing them back to your own place. So capture their information by having them come back to your own hub, so then you can market to them once they're in your own hub. Yep. So the question is, you're building your Facebook page. What's the best way to build the likes to it? And I will tell you, the most efficient way is, and quickest way is going to be run Facebook ads. And you want to do like specific like ad campaigns, and Janak, I'm sure you're going to cover that part of what to do in there. I mean, he's awesome. Like, he gets likes for 50 cents, for some of our clients, like 2 to 3 cents a like. So it depends on what your market is, how much you're going to end up paying for the like, but that is the best way. Because if you try to do it, I mean, there's folks that try to do it organically where they don't do the ads. If you're going to do that, then you need to have a lot of time, because you have to be consistently in Facebook. You need to be utilizing Facebook as your page. You have to go to all the different pages. You know, it's going to be a really long uphill battle to do it that way. And the return on the investment for the time that you'll have to put in, you're not going to think it's worth it at that point. Yeah. I mean, they are actually coming out with more and more in regards to why it's beneficial to run Facebook ad campaigns, because that's kind of the notion that a lot of folks have, is that, wait, you know, this Facebook page is free, why do I need to pay? But, you know, Facebook did go public, so they also need to, you know, they need to answer to their shareholders. And we're business owners just like they're a business owner. At the end of the day, they need to make the revenue too. And I'm fine with paying for it, because when I know what to do to run effective ad campaigns, I can see that return on investment. I mean, for most of our clients, $1 in, very easily $3 out. So they're more than happy spending the money. But the key thing is, you know, you got to know your numbers. You got to know what is a client worth to you. And I don't want to take all of Janak's part of the talk away, but he'll definitely go into detail on that. I mean, there was a point in time where I was like, no, there's no need to, you know, do the ads. This was probably like 3 years ago, when you could still get quite a bit of traction to your post. But now, with the way things have been, if you really want to see some success on it, I would have a budget that you are investing to doing the ads. So, yeah. Yep, so actually, pretty much all of the networks now do have advertising platforms. So Twitter ads are also great if you know, because Twitter, there's a lot of noise. So if you want to really get seen by your target market, definitely running ads is beneficial. But the key thing to understand is, who is your target market and where are they more active? Where do they hang out more? If they're hanging out more on Facebook, and let's say, you know, your budget is $500 for the month to run ads, well, then I would focus all of that into Facebook versus spreading it across the different networks. You know, if your target market is more, let's say, 18 to 35, well, you may want to put some of that into Instagram, because they're all active on Instagram right now. You know, yes, they're still on Facebook, but the younger part of that is really like they've kind of drifted away from Facebook and they've gone on to Instagram. So you'd want to actually, you know, run ads on Instagram. And we've been testing some ads on Instagram for our client, and they've actually been yielding some pretty good results based on the target market that we're looking to attract for them. So, and because Instagram was bought out by Facebook, all of that ad dashboard is right within Facebook. So you can do both Facebook and Instagram right within your Facebook ad dashboard. Okay. I think I have just a couple of minutes. Any other final questions before we're done? 3 minutes? Yeah. Did you have a question? Mm-hmm. So the question is in regards to actually making sales on Facebook, and you had seen Shopify. So Shopify is a e-commerce platform. So if you have e-commerce products, then you can actually utilize, they do have platform that integrates well within the Facebook ad dashboard, and you may want to talk more to that, right?
The way Shopify works is, so as Urvi mentioned, it's an e-commerce platform. You can bring your entire shopping, all of your products within Facebook. So people are already in Facebook. They spend 55 minutes on an average every day or every other day, right? Half of them log in. So there's a lot of time being spent on Facebook. So the idea is, while they're at Facebook, why not get them to buy, engage them in the shopping experience as well. Most of the time, what happens is there's a limitation in this Facebook platform, right? It's a closed network. It doesn't have any other, you cannot have like tons and tons of pages like what you would have in a typical website, right? So there are some limitations, but Shopify, if you have like 5, 10 products, you can start with Shopify within Facebook. So that's the whole idea. So the idea is, since people are on Facebook, you can actually have it's an app. So you bring Shopify app within Facebook, and you bring all of your products right within Facebook as one of the page. So it would be part of your business, Facebook business page, and then you drive traffic there. That's the whole idea. Yeah. I am not sure that's the best strategy. If I would be you, I would still have my own shopping cart, my own website, drive traffic there, because then there are other advanced strategies which I can talk to you about. Like you can actually retarget them. You probably would have seen this. How many of you have shopped on Amazon or tried to shop on Amazon, and you were thinking about buying a book or something, and you decided not to buy, and then they follow you, right? They follow you at least for 2 weeks. It's called retargeting. They are able to do that because you're on their site, and they have installed a small program on your browser. It's all legal, by the way. There's nothing illegal, okay? And they can follow you because they would know which page you have visited, and they can follow you with the same product you were looking at. You could not do that right within Shopify app within Facebook. So there are disadvantages of doing that, right? So, hope this answers the questions.
Oh, great question. No, thank you for actually asking that. I completely forgot to even mention that. So Facebook, the one thing I love many things about Facebook, but one of the amazing things is their insights, their analytics that they give you. Now, once you have over 30 likes on your Facebook page, Facebook will open up Facebook Insights, and that's their analytics dashboard. And what you want to do in there is you actually want to go in there, and it will tell you when your likes, your fans are most active. And they break it down per day. So from Saturday through Sunday. And you can check for each of the different days, if for some of our clients on the weekends, their fans, their likes are more active than on the weekdays. So we generally post Monday through Friday for clients, but for a couple where the people are more active on the weekend, we have made that shift because that's when they're going to get the most traction. So definitely go into your Facebook Insights, check out when your folks are online, as well as check out the last 5, 10 posts that you've done. And it will break down the engagement, how many people have liked, engaged, liked, comment, shared, and you can kind of see if there's a pattern of the type of content your likes responds to more. If you find that they respond to videos more, and you're posting 5 days a week, well, 2, maybe 3 days of those weeks worth of posts should be videos versus images or links, because your likes like to see more videos. So there's actually quite a bit of intelligence within that dashboard to really help you be more successful on your Facebook page. So, yeah, time of day, plus they break it down by the day. Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you.